Hey church family, it's been a long time since we've been able to gather together. But this past week, the government has made allowance for churches to once again begin to meet together. And so this Sunday, we're going to be holding services here at First Baptist Church. Things are going to be a little bit different when we gather this time. One of the things that we're going to ask you to do is we're going to ask you to show up to church a little bit early. If everybody could show up by 10:15, that will give us enough time to get everyone seated by 10:30. Another change is going to be where you enter the building. Most people are probably used to entering the building through the elevator entrance on Fox Street. But unless you absolutely need the elevator, we would ask you to enter the building through the Talbot Street entrance, which is on the north side of the building. Something else that's going to look a little bit different is you're not going to be able to sit exactly where you would like, but rather you need to sit where you're directed by the ushers. As you enter and exit the building, there's hand sanitizer stations at all of the entrances and exits, and we would please ask you to use that on your way in and out of service. Let's head into the sanctuary and have a look at where you will be seated once you get into the service. Welcome to the sanctuary. In order to maintain the physical distancing requirements that the government is asking us for, we can't just sit anywhere, and we can't fill all of our pews. So we've designated some pews for families, and we've designated some pews for singles or for couples. You'll notice on the pews that there are two colors that mark the pews. One is green, that is for the family, and one is white, that is for single or couples. If the pew is marked for a family, you can take up the entire pew. But if the pew is marked for a single or a couple, you can only sit where it is marked. There's just a few more things that we need to cover about Sunday's service. Some people have asked about offering. I'm really encouraged at the way our church family has pulled together through this time and has continued to give. But as services return to a little bit of normalcy, we are going to have an option for you to be able to give in the service. There will be a box placed at each of the entrances so that you can just put your offering envelope in them on your way out of the building. Not the way into the building, but the way out of the building. Some people have also asked about masks. Do I have to wear a mask to service? The short answer is no, you don't have to wear a mask, but if you would like to wear a mask, you're more than welcome to. We also want to remind you that the government has only allowed us to open to 30% of our capacity, which means we can have about 120 people in the sanctuary at any given time. That means that it would be really helpful for you to respond to the email that was sent out or call the church office and let us know that you're going to be attending church on Sunday. Also be aware that because of our limitations and what we're trying to do in order to maintain physical distancing, we're not able to open the nursery and there will be no Sunday school, which means the children will be in the service with us the entire time. Now that probably will mean that there's going to be some extra distractions, and we would just ask that we show each other an extra measure of grace as we try and return to somewhat normal worship services. We are looking so forward to being able to worship with you in person this Sunday, and we hope that you'll join us if you're able and if you're comfortable to be able to join us in person to worship the Lord and lift high the name of Jesus.